Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello. Yes. NAT. Okay. Okay. Welcome to today's CCNA webinar. In today's live stream, I will talk about network address translation. It means NAT. If you need free study materials, please join our groups. Ping at the comment section and ping our admin. Without further ado, let's begin today's topic. Okay. First, we will review about public and private IP address. About private IP address, class A is here, 10.000 to 10 dots in here, and class B is 172.60, and class C in here, and the others is public IP address. Okay, let me see what is NAT. In LAN, we will use the private IP address configure the network. Just like in here, our host desktop, the IP address is 10.1.1.100 in here. And at internet, we will use the public IP address. So when our host want to connect or access the server at the internet, so okay, what's the difference between private and public? The private IP address you can configure and use in your LAN, but you can't use the public IP address. This IP address you need buy it and configure it. Okay, the private IP address you do not need pay for it. Okay, so in usual we will use the private IP address in the LAN, and the public IP address will use in the internet. So when you use the private IP address for your desktop or other device, and they want to access the server from at the internet, then let me see what's the problem in here. Okay, firstly, the host will send the IP package. The source IP address is a private IP address, and the destination IP address is in here, is for the server, is a public IP address. Then the host will send the packet to the gateway. And the gateway will use the default route and send forward to the out router in here, OR. Then this router will forward the packet to the service provider and use the routing in here will send to the server. This is no problem. But in here, when the server will send back the package to the host, let me see the question. In here, the source IP address will use the public IP address. But the destination IP address in here is this one, is a private IP address. So this IP address is private IP address. It means you can use it, but your neighbor or other peoples also can use it in his network. So just like in here, I have another site. The host also have the IP address. So the service provider cannot know send the package to which one. So the package cannot be forwarded. Okay, it means if you use the private IP address, access the public IP address, the package cannot back. Okay, do you got it? If you got it, please type 1 in the commit zone. While configuring NAT on router, which command would you place on the interface connect to the internet? Okay, I will show you for later. Okay, do you understand? Okay, in here we will do the lab in the next. Don't worry, it's no problem, right? Okay, let me see. So what is NAT? The NAT means network address translation. It means when the package goes through the router, it will change the IP address. So let me see. As before, we will see the problem is server go back to our host is the problem, right? So when the package we send to the access the internet, let me change the IP address to the public IP address. Okay, let me see. Here is the server and the desktop is .1, .2. And at the OR, we set the .1 is the public IP address is .18 and .2 IP address is .81 in here. So when the IP address sent from the server or desktop, just like the desktop, the source IP address is .1. The destination IP address at the internet, just like 8888. So the package sent to the gateway or other router and forwarded to the OR in here. Then the IP address or the package will be changed. The source IP address we need to change to the public IP address. So when the OR send out the packet, the source IP will be changed. Change to which one? In here, that's one. The IP address, public IP address in here. And the destination is not changed. Still is 8888. So the packet sent to the service provider and go to the server on the internet. Then the server will send back the packet. In here, the source IP is 8888. The destination IP is in here, .80. Hello. So the IP, this IP is a public IP address. So the service provider knows how to forward the packet to the destination IP. So the packet will go back to the OR in here. On the router in here, he knows .1 is the public IP address is .80. So when it receives the packet at the IP address .80, it will send the IP address to the .1 is the desktop. So the packet is backing. Okay, so the communication, the access is successful, right? Okay. This is the NAT, network address translation. Okay. So in here, the interface about in here in LAN. This interface we called inside interface, and the interface face to the service provider. This interface we called outside interface. So when we configure the NAT, we should specify the interface, which one is inside, which one is outside. We need to point it. And then we need to get the public IP address through PVP OE or other way. Okay. Types of NAT. In usual, we will use some type of NAT. The first one is static NAT. This one is 1-to-1 address map. It means one IP address in the LAN and one IP address in the WAN. And the dynamic NAT, it means many to many. And PAT is many to one. Let me see the first NAT, static NAT, is 1-to-1 address mapping. Static NAT, we need to configure manually on the router in here, and one private IP address point to one public IP address. If you in here have 100 devices in the LAN, you need 100 public IP address on the WAN. And it's 1-to-1. That means if you config .1 is to the public IP address 100.1, you can use .2 point to the 100.1. You need to point to another IP address, just like 100%2. When the host will access the 100.1, so it means he wants access the desktop 100 in here, the 1.1 host, not other device. This is static NAT. If you use the dynamic NAT in here, we have 100 LAN IP, private IP in the LAN, and 100 public IP address on the WAN. In here, the first, when the 1.1 wants to go to the internet, we will take the first IP address, just like 100.1. When the desktop without go to the internet, so we will reback in here, and then the .1.2, the other desktop want to go to the internet, we will take this IP address. So the IP address 100.1 is not one by one to the desktop. It's not static, it's dynamic. Other device can use this IP address. Okay. So the static NAT, we usually use it in some server in your LAN. It means when you deploy some application, just like web or file share, right? In here, we have the server web, and you want the other people can access, right? So we can use static NAT is one by one. This is a static NAT. And how to configure the static NAT in here? We need to point the interface, which one is inside, which one is outside in here. Interface and IP NAT inside. It means this interface is the inside interface. And the IP NAT outside means this interface is the outside interface. And then configure IP NAT inside source, static, and local IP and global IP. This is static. Other device cannot use the global IP. Let me see the lab in here. In here we have two servers in the LAN. And now we want use static NAT and let the DNS server inside to the public IP. Okay, let me see the config in router 2. On router 2, we have two IP addresses, is 1.2 and 1.1. We can use anyone, just like .2 is used for DNS server, and .1 is used for HTTP server. Okay, let me configure it. The first, we need to configure the interface, which one is inside, which one is outside. Okay, the interface E0/0 is the outside because it's a face to the service provider. Okay, let me configure it. is outside. We need to wait it. I need to take some minute. Let me see the DNS server and the IP address. This is the local IP address. Okay. Let me configure the NAT inside. In here, we have two interfaces inside. In here is E0/1 and E0/2. So we need interface E/01 IP NAT inside /2 inside. Then configure the NAT command. IP NAT inside source static and follow the local IP and the global IP. The local IP in here, DNS server IP address is in here. We configure, and the public IP we use .2. Okay. Then let me show the NAT translation. Inside is the private IP and the global IP is public IP. So when we want access the IP address 202.1.1.2 from router 1, is success, and then we can capture in the interface E/E is net 0/2. Let me see the packet. Okay, ping again. We can see the packet will send back to the DNS server, right? It's success. This is for static NAT. But in here, the static NAT is some problem. We will do not use in usual. Which problem in here? If we configure the static NAT and one by one, this public IP address is pointed to the DNS server. That means the old TCP interface or TCP port will show in the internet. If we configure some application, just like Telnet. So the router 1 can telnet this IP address and access the DNS server. Okay, let me show it. We configure the telnet. The VTY is none, and config enable passwords SPOTO, and the line VTY okay, config password SPOTO and login. The input telnet. So we can use the router 2 access the DNS server telnet. This is access on the LAN. Success, right? But if the router 1 access the public IP address .2, we'll try it. It's success, right? So it's very dangerous for starting NAT one by one. It means the all TCP ports or other ports, just like UDP or TCP, all the ports will show in the internet. It's very dangerous. So how to deal with it? Let me see the NAT port NAT in here. Who knows which port is a DNS? Which port is for DNS? Anyone know it? Which port for DNS? Hello? Anyone know it? It's for UDP 53, right? So in here we just map the UDP 53 to the internet. Or in here we have a HTTP server. We just use the port 80 or 443, right? Do not need other ports. Okay. We can configure in here IP/NAT inside source, and in here static, right? And we can use the protocol TCP or UDP. Just like the HTTP server, we just use the 8 or other interface, right? TCP 8, 80, and the IP address in HTTP server, we show it. The IP address in here. So we configure the port is TCP 80, and the public IP address .1, right? And the public IP address we can map to the other ports, just like 81 or other ports. or 82, 81. So this config, it means the port as the host 10.1.1.1, it is port will map to the 202.1.1.181 in here. So when we access the port on the internet, it will translation to the host HTTP server. If you telnet this IP address, you can see it is on success. Ping is no problem. And packet it, capture it in here. Ping again. You can see here is no XMP packet, right? And then when you telnet the IP address, the public IP address is refused because we don't configure the telnet on the router 2. Then when we telnet this port 81 port, let me see. It's open. And then you can see the package TCP, right? And then we get the web. Okay, get it, right? So the port static NAT, that means only one port will showing in the internet. Other port will cannot be accessed from the internet. So it is security, right? Okay, this is about static NAT. It's one by one or port static NAT. It's very easy, right? And then we can see the translation on the router 2. Right? And here is the remote site from the router 1. Source static is the static NAT one by one. This is a difference in here. This is a whole IP address and all TCP port and all UDP port. And in here, just the TCP port, and 80, right? And map to the public IP address 81. So you can change the public IP address or port in here. This is about for static NAT. Right? So let me see the command in here. This command that means inside source. That means the packet from the inside interface and go to the outside interface. And then we change the source IP address. Is the inside source. If you can, let me see other config. NAT inside and outside. That means when the package from the outside interface go to the inside interface, we can change the IP address. And inside, you can configure the source IP address and the destination IP address. But in usual, we just use the source IP address because the destination IP address is the internet, right? We do not need to change it. And the NAT outside, here is only the source. That means when the packet from the outside interface go to the inside interface, we can change the source IP address. Okay. This example, config static NAT is 1 by 1, right? Okay. Let me see the dynamic NAT. The dynamic NAT in here, we have some public IP address. The public IP address is a pool. And here is inside. Inside we have some private IP address. And the first one, the packet from the 101 and go to the internet, it will take in here 101 is the global IP address is .5 and go to the server is in here, the host B, right? And then this IP address will go to in here, but this is not static map. It will change. Let me see the dynamic NAT. We should configure the access list first. Access list 1 permit in here, and we need to configure an NAT pool. This is a pool name, NAT pool. The IP address you need to buy it from the service provider. And then configure the IP address on the outside interface. And configure IP NAT outside. And inside, IP NAT inside. Configure it, the NAT command, IP NAT inside source, list 1. It means calling the access list 1. It means the host in the network, the prefix is 10.1.1.0. And use the outside is a pool, NAT pool, calling the NAT pool in here. So when the host in the network 10.1.1.0 wants to go to the internet, it will take the first IP address in here, .5, and go to the interface. And other host 2, just like .2, will take the next public IP address. Okay. And the NAT pool is sharing. Any host belong to the permit in the access list, they can use the NAT pool and anyone. Just like here is a .100, it can use .5 or .6 or 7 or other IP address, not 1 by 1. The static IP address is 1 by 1, right? 100 is mapped to the .5 is static, cannot change it to the other public IP address. You need to change the command, right? So it's the dynamic and the static difference. Okay, so in here we usually use the dynamic NAT is not used. And the third type is PAT. In 99%, we will use the PAT in the internet. So you need got it and clear. And in PAT, we just need one public IP address and many private IP address. Just need one public IP address. It will save the use of the internet, the public IP address, right? Just like in here, we only have the public IP address is .5. But in usual, we will have so many devices in your network, right? In your home or your enterprise, right? Just like in here, we have 100 or thousands PC. And they want to go to the internet. So if you use the static or dynamic NAT, we should buy the thousands, 100 thousands public IP address, right? But in PAT, we just use one public IP address. So how? Let me see. When the host or other device, when the device want go to the internet, just like in here, the host B or host C, then the TCP connect, right? TCP connect, we will see the source port. The source port is a high port, right? Just like in here, 1723. And the destination is 23. So when the packet sent, we just use one public IP address port. For one TCP section. And here, if we have 1000 PC in here, and every PC have 10 TCP section, we have the 10,000 TCP section, right? But the port about one IP address, just about TCP, we have 60,000 TCP ports, right? So the PAT, it means port to port NAT. Not IP to IP. So it means PAT. And the NAT table is a dynamic. If your TCP section is disconnect, the NAT translation will be delayed. So it's very easy, right? Let me see the PAT configuration. In here, we need to configure access list. It means which host in your LAN permit access to the internet, just like in here. And the outside interface and inside interface need to point. And then configure IP NAT inside source list and interface gigabit 0/1 is overload. Overload is a keyword. When you configure the overload, it will use the port to port NAT. Okay, let me see. We configure on router 1. (0/1) is IP/NAT outside, and 0/0 is IP/NAT inside, right? And then configure the access list. Do you know the access list? Anyone know the ACL access list? If you don't know how to configure the access list, you can permit any. That means all the device in your network on the LAN will be permit access to the internet. So it's very easy, right? And then IP/NAT inside source list 1, calling the access list number in here. If you configure the access list 10, we need calling list 10 in here. So it's 1 by 1. And the interface is the outside interface GE0/1. And don't forget the overload keyword. It's very important. So let me use the PC1 access internet. Let me see the ISP. Okay, let me see the password. Uh-oh. No need. We configure on router 2. It's the internet, right? IP address. IP, the first one IP ping, and the show IP NAT translations. In here, the translation map is empty. Then we ping it and show again. ICMP is port is 0, right? And then ping to the .2 and show again. You can see use port 1 and ping the other address just like in here. You can use this IP address. And show again, right? When you access other device, we can use this port will be changed 1 by 1, right? One destination public IP address, remote IP address is mapped to the one port. And the translation in here is a dynamic you can clear it. Clear IPNAT translation and O, delete O, or use the TCP or UDP is 1, right? We configure the or IPNAT translation, and then it's empty, and ping again and shoot it again. You can see just in here, right? This is a NAT translation. It's for PAT. Okay. And we configure the device in here 0/0. IP address is DHCP, and then we configure IP address manually. The second IP address, third, then it's similar like 4 desktop in the LAN. We just use one device to point ping. Here is empty, right? And then source 10.1, source 10.2.3.4 is success, right? Then show the translation again. You can see the global interface, the local interface, .1, .2, .3, .4. Use the ports one by one, right? So the ports in here, we have 60,000, right? So you just need one public IP address for your network. But in usual, if your device in the network more than 2,000 device, we command you need the second public IP address. Okay, 2,000 device in your network, you need the next public IP address. Okay, this is for PAT configuration, and show the NAT okay, sorry. We can see it translation 4. And the outside interface, inside interface. Explain the translation is 7, right? And the ACL. Okay, this is for PAT. Okay, after talking so much, now you may want to know where to find the dumps or learning materials to practice. Let's move on. Good news for everyone, our CCNA dumps is now at a huge sale. In today's live sale, you can enjoy a lower price than usual. The orange price for CCNA dump is $350. Well, can you guess your live sale price? It's only $160. You can save up to $200. Up to date real exam question to save your time, and time is money, right? please check the link on the commit zone in the live chat section. This discount price is only for today, so don't miss this chance to save money. Okay, next, let me introduce the CCNA training course package. First, the CCNA training bootcamp package. Let's see the key training feature. Learn from experienced Cisco certification training. Our instructors has developed an unique training style to help candidates to master the art of CCNA. The course is online. You can access the video anytime at your comfort for 3 months. And we provide one mock test online to test yourself. The mock test will help you to prepare for the CCNA certification examination. In today's live sale, you can enjoy a lowest price. The CCNA training basic package generally is $99.99. In today's live sale, only $59.99. And secondly, the CCNA training full package. You can obtain the basic networking foundation required by the CCNA exam and access to CCNA video training course explanation by Cisco certificate tutor for 3 months. And we provide complete CCNA real exam dumps with real CCNA exam questions and answers to help you pass CCNA exam in the first try. Now, in today's live stream, you can enjoy a lowest price. The CCNA training full package generally is $750. In today's live sale, only $209.99. Check the command zone and buy it. If you buy the CCNA dumps at the usual time, it costs $350. So if you order now, you can buy one course and get 100% exam dumps. Offer end in 24 hours. Hurry up. And what's more, CCNP dump are also on huge sale. Let's begin with 350401 dump. Is latest update, real questions, and high pass rate, 7 days access to dump, one-on-one tutor support. In today's live sale, you can enjoy a lower price for the whole month. The original price for CCNP EI Pro is $400. Now, can you guess how much? Yes, it's only $220. You can save $180. Also, in today's live sale, order now, you can not only enjoy lower price, but also get the extra free study material. Get one dump and one official book. If you order this ebook on Amazon, you need to pay $63.85. But you order now via our live, we will send this ebook as a bonus. For other CCNP Pro like SP Pro, Data Center Pro, and security and so on, the practice test only $220. The original price is $400. Save $180. And the concentration live sale price is $170. Original price is $300. Please check the link on the comment zone in the live chat section. Our service feature is in here. It's 100 real exam practice test. 100 generates high passing rate and exciting and a professional tutor team. Free updates and practice test. Arrange 7 days to practice and pass. We guarantee exam pass because they completely cover the actual exam question and answer, and our question and answer are just slightly over than the exam question and answer, which means you can spend less time preparing. If you are looking for an easy and affordable way to prepare for your Cisco certification exam, check out SPOTO's Cisco exam dumps. Our dumps come in the same format as the real exam, so you can get a feel for what to expect. Plus, we give you 8 whole days to access the written dumps, and our remote server are available 24/7 for your convenience. You can study at your own pace with our flexible options, and we offer the lowest price around, so why wait? Buy now and get started whenever you are ready. If you have any question or are ready to get started, don't hesitate to connect our admin. We are here to help you success. And how to order is very easy. Only need 3 steps. The step 1 is register, and step 2 order it, and step 3 pay it. Moreover, I have some exciting news to share with you today. All the people join us today and order via the live sale link can get free study materials including CCNP ebooks and official guides created by our teams of experts. Buy one get one free. Join our learning community and ping our admin for more gifts. Share this good news and let your friends know about this great opportunity. Okay, the SPOTO is founded in 2003 years with the mission of changing the fate by studying, building for a better future. Our dedication to becoming an IT online learning platform worldwide is what sets us apart. We specialize in IT certification and provide sure shoot pass materials and practice tests to help you achieve your certification goals. The red flags on this picture indicates that SPOTO learners have successfully passed their exam at that exam center. As of May 2023, we serve in more than 152 countries and regions. We have launched over 300 projects that have helped over 550,000 learners obtain their IT certification. One of our project's achievements is that over 2,200 CCNA holders are from SPOTO. In other words, almost 10% of CCNA holders in the world are SPOTO learners. At SPOTO, we have a team of explanation and experience instructors who are committed to your success. They have spent decades carefully creating our learning materials with your training journey in mind. And we are confident that you will find out our course to be of the highest quality. We are thrilled to share that our CCIE candidates have left high positive feedback about our service. We are proud to display here. That's in here. Best service and great experience working with the team. And we can provide many more IT certification service, but due to the time limit, I can't introduce one by one. If you are interested in any one of them, join our groups and ping the admin. Admin, please share the group link in the comment section. Now, come to the last part, question and answer section. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them. If you have no further questions, now that's gonna be it for today. Thanks everyone. I will hope that you found it helpful. If you think this lecture is going to help other people, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. I will appreciate. If you want to learn more about other IT certifications, feel free to join our group. Once again, we are SPOTO. And we have been providing dedicated IT certification service for over 20 years. If you still have any questions, please join our group and ping and me. If you are interested in any one of them, join our group and ping the admin. Okay. Now that's gonna be it for today. Thanks everybody. Thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to help you achieve your certification goals. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.